This is Amen Thompson, and this is Ausar Thompson, and on June 22nd of 2023, they made history as the first group of twins to be selected back-to-back in the first round of the draft. I got a younger brother, but I can only imagine how cool that would be to be drafted with your twin. Man. These two twins are athletic specimens like you've never seen before, and they are both so similar yet so different in how they play basketball. Each one of them is so talented, and in one of the deepest rookie classes in a long time, they are ready to take over the NBA. How's it going, my friend? I'm Alexander from Load Management Media, and let's talk about it. Unlike your average NBA draft prospect, the Thompson Twins didn't go to college, but from what we're seeing in the preseason, that doesn't make them any worse. In fact, they're looking like some of the more NBA-ready rookies in the class. Instead of going to college, the Thompson Twins opted for playing in the Overtime Elite League. In this past season, before the draft, Amen and Ausar both played for the City Reapers of the Overtime Elite League and tore it up. It seemed like every game they threw down a highlight dunk or had a crazy play, and eventually the two won the league championship with Ausar winning regular season and finals MVP. But despite their successes, there was mixed reviews on how their games would translate to the NBA. A lot of scouts were unsure how to grade the Thompson Twins. It was clear that the two both had unbelievable athleticism, but since the league was so new and the competition was hard to grade, everything else about the Twins was in question. These question marks were legit from a lot of different sides. The competition was alright, but Ausar and Amen were damn near 20 years old, playing against a lot of guys much younger than them. And the bigger concern, especially for Amen, was their shooting. These doubts were not enough to scare off that many teams though. Amen went 4th in the 2023 draft to the Houston Rockets, and Ausar went 5th to the Pistons, making them the first group of twins to be selected back-to-back in the first round. Although there were definitely some doubts about how the two would fare in the league, for myself included, they've put a good portion of those to bed already before they've played a single actual NBA game. Summer League was their first chance to show how good they were, and they didn't disappoint. Despite playing less than one game due to an ankle injury, Amen looked incredible. In his one game versus Portland, he scored 16 points and did everything. He was hitting jumpers, getting to the bucket, and playing elite defense. And Ausar in 4 Summer League games did a lot of the same. These two are so fast and so athletic, it's unbelievable. Summer League is a good chance to see a thing or two, but in the grand scheme of NBA basketball, it doesn't mean much. But in NBA preseason, which means a good chunk more, the two have fit in really well in their respective rosters. Both twins have been extremely impressive. Let's start with Amen. The slightly older brother has looked like everything positive every draft expert has said about him. Although his stats aren't quite there, everyone who's watched him play has been impressed. As essentially a 6'7" point guard, Amen has unbelievable feel for the game. Even though he's stupid fast, he plays at his own pace and turns on the speed when he has to. He's a gifted passer and has really high basketball IQ. He cuts off the ball super well, which leads to easy buckets. He's got a pretty full package. On a Rockets team where he'll start coming off the bench, a huge asset to him getting minutes early on is his above average defense. A lot of NBA guys have the tools to be great on defense, but he really uses them. Quick hands, intelligent, long arms, he's got it all. A common criticism of his game before the draft was his shooting, but his jumper in the mid-range and behind the arc has looked pretty smooth, even if he hasn't knocked everything down. As for Ausar, he's been just as an exciting watch for me, maybe a little bit more exciting. Ausar has only played 2 preseason games. Wait, he's actually going off as I script this video. He's got 18 right now? Okay. Anyway, he's looked really good as well. Where Amen is more of a primary ball handler, Ausar is a connector piece. Ausar's defense has been off the charts in preseason. He smothered Devin Booker on one instance and gave OKC guards nightmares on ball all game long in their first matchup, and like Amen, he too has high basketball IQ and great feel for the game. Go figure, they're twins, buddy. Ausar is also a solid shooter. His mechanics are a little more sound than Amen's at this moment. He even showcased his shooting by hitting a game-tying 3 in his first preseason game. From all information, it looks like Ausar will start at the 2 guard for the Pistons come starting night, as he has been all preseason, so It'll be a great opportunity for him, and this team is going to be a fun watch. These two twins are so similar, but I'd say at the moment, Amen is more athletic, is more of a primary ball handler, is a better passer, whereas Ausar is a bit more controlled and a better shooter, probably a better defender as well. Who's actually better? I have no idea. Every time I try and make a decision, I change my mind, so only time will tell. During the NBA season, I see both guys being quite successful. You'll see each one of them take over the league with highlight dunks and crazy assists. It's going to be exciting to watch. This year might not be the one where they go out and put up the most ridiculous numbers or accolades, but they'll be putting their names on the map for sure. And in a few years' time, we'll be looking at both of them as some of the most exciting young players in the NBA, and the coolest twins. Thank you for watching, I hope you enjoyed. Over here at Load Management Media, I talk about the most interesting stories of young players all around the NBA, so if that interests you, consider hitting a like and a sub. And as always, stay rested. See you in the next one.